Got you, all your. Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again on a Saturday night Nascom Online Stock Car Series taking on Hotlanta for the Hotlanta 200. Joining me once again is Terry in the booth. Terry, turn the broadcast down in the background, you penis.
I'm going there right now. Give me 1 second. Mute me real quick if you don't mind.
I got you. I had mine turned up too, so I'm a penis too. But anyway, we're here. NASCOM Online. These boys are in qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. We're about 5 minutes into qualifying, so about 5 minutes left to go. 200 solid laps here around Atlanta. Hotlanta, we're calling it tonight. 200 laps, 4 tire changes. Your stages tonight are 45, 90, and run to the end. Like I said, these guys are in qualifying right now. How's everybody doing out there this evening? Let's see if Terry's ready to go again. Terry, you ready to go?
I'm ready, buddy. Sorry about that, guys.
Terry's ready. I had mine turned up hella loud too, so it's okay.
Yeah, 15 things going on right here, and I had to get to the other one. I couldn't get to it.
Well, Terry, we're in Atlanta tonight. We're actually at Atlanta tonight. Unlike the last time when I said we were going to Atlanta. When we didn't, we were going to Phoenix. But we're at Atlanta tonight. 200 solid laps, as I already told everybody. The stages, again, are 45, 90, and then a run to the end. Tim Bill's out on track right now.
Yeah, it looks like you got, 11 guys battling it out for 200 laps on this 1.54 mile track here in Atlanta. Kind of looking over a couple things here tonight, Sam. I'm looking back at Vegas because Atlanta and Vegas is kind of your cookie cutters. We had Tim Bills win that race. Matter of fact, he won last week at Phoenix also. So, is Tim going to try for that three-peat this week?
Hey, he possibly could, Terry. I mean, Tim Bills is definitely strong on a long run. We know that, but we also know that Mark Arthur normally has a long run car too, and joining us back again tonight is the 18 of Jason Powell, so keep an eye on him too.
Yeah, Jason Powell over the last couple of weeks, I think he's done some stuff to his computer, and I believe he has actually got himself a new VR headset. I can't remember what he got, but let's see, who are we talking about? Where is he at? Oh, Jason Powell. He's sitting in third place right now in the qualifying with 31.3. Tim Bills, we just mentioned him. He's sitting in the pole right now with 31.1. He ran a pole quicker than he did his practice laps. He might have touched something in that car a little bit to get that thing go a little faster.
Well, it looks like everybody who wanted to take times has taken times, except for, I believe, Mark Arthur in the 12. He might be sitting there. Yep,
he's pulling out now.
He's pulling out pit road right now. We'll get a blimp cam on that. Mark Arthur in that number 12 new paint scheme again, like last week, ladies and gentlemen. Butt Kicker. I'm going to shout out Butt Kicker once again. Use code BLAZING for 20% off your order of a Butt Kicker. So, Terry, I wanted to talk about Atlanta because iRacing had an update, a couple updates recently in the past week or so.
Yes.
Atlanta had a track update, or however you want to call it. The parameters of the track have been updated, so these guys can actually run the high line here and be fast.
Yeah, that's something I was going to allude to after a bit, but since you brought it up, I was watching the 41 Dalton Kilroe in his practice, and man, he was up against that wall a lot of his practice, and he did not lose any time. So I honestly didn't realize they did that to Atlanta this week in the updates.
Well, I'm kind of glad that they are. That's going to make the make the racing a lot more interesting. That's for sure. But you know, Terry, I wish they would do it with all the tracks. I really do, because
I do too.
I mean, I'm biased. Everybody knows this. I'm a dirt guy myself. And I always said that dirt racing had the best multi-groove racing on iRacing that actually worked. Starting to see a little bit more on the asphalt side of things, and I hope that they get it completely figured out to where that the tire and the track actually mesh well together.
It'd be great if they could do that. I mean, Sam, you see it in other leagues. We all get basically in one groove, and you can't move up the track if the groove's on the bottom or vice versa. Lack of a better word, it sucks.
Well, to be honest, Terry, too, the open setups, I mean, they run open setups here in Nascom. That definitely does help. You can set the car up to where you want it to be, because I remember 2 seasons ago here in Nascom, Mark Arthur making a setup that ran the bottom line at Bristol pretty well. So the open setups help, and if they keep working on the track parameters and making the tire model mesh with the track parameters and everything like that, I think iRacing is heading in the right direction.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, they are. I've noticed even with the cars here the last couple of weeks in the league that I'm in, I love the way the car feels now. I don't know if it's more control they're giving me or what the hell it is, but I do like the way the car feels now. So it might be the tire thing, the horsepower. I don't know what the hell they do. I don't pay attention to them all the time.
Well, Terry, qualifying's over.
Uh-oh. Tim Bills got pulled to the tech shed, so does that mean the boss Tex Perry's going to take a look at his car for something?
I'm not sure. You're hearing stuff more than I am, so. But we're gridding up here. Newcomer tonight. He's raced in NASCAR before. I'd like to point out Rick Thompson in the number 76, making his I want to say second appearance. I remember racing him last season at Bristol, but Rick Thompson's racing with us tonight, Terry. Other than that, no new faces on track tonight. Jason Powell has returned, so good to see him back on the track. We're missing a couple of people, but that's okay.
Oh, we see the 72 of Aaron Johnson. Remember, Sam, I think he jumped on board, was it last week? It was his first race?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. So, yeah, I was glad to see Aaron come back tonight here in Atlanta. So, he just posted everything up, and then he took it away. The weather, you know, to give the weather and stuff, is that what you was doing when I was away?
No, I didn't get the weather.
Huh. It's hot.
Well, it is Hotlanta. They don't call it Hotlanta for nothing. So these guys are going to be struggling with massive tire wear here, for sure, 110% actually. So definitely going to be interesting to see how these guys play their tire strategy. Only 4 sets tonight. So also, I'm not sure, Terry, if you know how many laps they can do on fuel, but I'm thinking it's going to be around 25 or so laps on fuel, if I remember correctly from last year.
See, I was trying to think of that earlier, Sam. I wish I would ask one of the guys. See, you're thinking 25. I thought it was around 32, just from being in the past in these cars in another series.
32.
So, well, we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah, we'll just have to keep an eye on timing and scoring. I got that pulled up. Let's see, pace car's starting to roll off here, so let's go ahead and get your grid music playing as we do every Saturday night.
Jason Powell still sitting in the pits, so I don't know what's up with that.
All right, there's your grid on screen, ladies and gentlemen. Tim Bills is going to take the pole with a 31.187. Mark Arthur is going to start on his outside. Dalton Kilroe in 3rd place. Jason Powell supposed to be starting on the outside of Dalton, but electing to start from the pits. Doug Thompson going to be starting in the 5th position. Nicholas Okie in the 6th position. Rick Thompson in the 7th position. James Bunns in the 8th position. And Tex Perry, Aaron Johnson, and Mike Tipton electing to not take time this evening. These boys get double file. Coming off of turn number 4, we're going to get this party going here, Terry. Pace car lights are off.
Jason Powell sitting in the pits. I wonder why.
Pace car is off. Tim Bills has his finger on the trigger. He pulls it, and we are green flag racing here at Hotlanta for the Hotlanta 200 in Nascom.
Oh, Sam, I just caught it. Jason received the throughput, fell. So he is back connected, so I imagine he'll be joining.
He just pulled back out on track, yep.
Wow, that's horrible for Jason.
But that being said, Terry, Tim Bill's out to a lead already. Dalton Kilroe getting around the 12. Mark Arthur in second place now, putting Mark Arthur back in third spot. Doug Thompson running in fourth position right now. Nick Okier trying to run that top line up next to the wall. James Bunt's looking to the inside of him.
Now, I was watching Mark Arthur as you called his name. Got a little sideways coming off the tube.
Well, as we know, Terry, Atlanta, not only is it, hard on your tires, but it can make a race car loose here within about 10 laps. But it looks like Mark's starting his race car a little bit loose in the beginning. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that number 12 and see what happens. As looks like he's trying to run the middle to high groove here.
Well, we also know Mark from the past. Mark sets his car up usually to run a good long run. So maybe that's what he's done here. Set it up for a long run and just let these guys go, and you'll think they'll come back to him.
And as I say, running the top line, these guys are running multiple grooves. Dalton Kilroe moving to the high side. It's actually going to give him a run down the back straightaway to catch the 37 of Tim Bills, but just not able to get there to make a move for the lead quite yet.
So, Sam, we talked about the track. I see Mark Arthur up there on that high side now. I don't know if the marbles come into play up there or not. Do they or do they not?
I am honestly not 100% sure. We'll have to ask somebody here in the next interview.
As Dalton Kilroe goes back up, way up to the high side up there next to the wall, trying to get around Bills or trying to find a way around Bills in that 37 car.
He's going to get the run here going down the back straightaway after running that top line in 1 and 2. But Dalton, we remember talking to him before the race started. He felt comfortable up top, but down on the bottom, his car wasn't really handling the best. So let's see if he can make that pass work for the lead here.
I think Tim Bills finally see what Dalton was doing on that high side. Said, well, I'll just hold you down to the bottom, see if you can run down there, and Dalton's put the move on him.
Side by side for your race lead coming off of turn number 2. It's a drag race down the back straightaway, but Tim Bills, with that run on the high line, is going to continue running in the lead.
Back a little further, we got James Bunch running in 5th behind him, Tex Perry in an 85. Rick Thompson behind him in a 76. Those guys got a little bit of a battle. Tex Perry and Rick Thompson doing a little blinking.
Rick Thompson, I'd like to add, the only Dodge out in the field tonight. Back up to the front. Dalton Kilroe still trying to make a move on Tim Bills here. Going to get that run on the high side once again. It's side by side at the line. Give it to Tim Bills that time by.
And Sam, this just in, driver of the 55, Mike Tipton, has pulled off the track, loaded up. I think he's heading to Bristol for next week, bud.
It's a shame to see Mike Tipton putting it on the trailer so early. We're only 7 laps into this 200-lap race. Good battle up at the lead right now, though. Dalton looks like he's actually going to get by the 37 here. Dalton Kilroe, new race leader, off turn 4.
It's going to be interesting, Sam, to see how long Dalton holds that outside line right up against that wall now.
Like I said, Terry, it's cool to see, finally, different grooves work at different tracks. I mean, we know in the past that Atlanta used to be a one-lane racetrack. You had to get it right down on the bottom. Basically, the Harvick line is what they would call it, right on that white line. And now
we got to crash Nick and Tex. No caution has been brought out.
Nick and Tex. Let's see here. Let's see if I can't get a replay on that.
Go ahead and do that. I'll sit up here and watch Dalton and Tim for a minute.
So coming off turn number 2, it looks like Nick Okier gets a little bit loose and gets into the side of Tex Perry. And Nick hitting the inside retaining wall. Some damage to both cars, unfortunately, but we stay green.
And Nick called out Tex called out the apology on to Nick. So, yeah.
From my camera, it looked like that Nick got loose. So Nick Okier bringing it down pit side. Probably to get some damage worked on that race car. He does. He takes his fast repair and burns it 10 laps into this event.
Yeah, it's a little early in the race, but you don't want to go fall down too well. If he'd be the first one to lap down, it ain't going to hurt him that bad if they have a caution. But remember, we got stages too. He can get that lap back also.
Back up to the front of the field, though, Terry. Dalton Kilrow leading this thing. Tim Bill's right on his back bumper, though, not letting him get away that easily. Interesting to see the 41 up front. We know he was struggling a little bit last week, but it seems like he's got that car dialed in this week.
Yeah, he does. Let me grab another screen here. So Dalton Kilrow, he won our race at Daytona in the duels. So that was a 120 lap race. Yeah. But we've seen Dalton. I mean, he's a damn good driver. I mean, he's showing it right now when he's holding that top line up against that wall.
High side working for the 41.
Anybody out there that's watching us, I know we got a few right now. Hell, hit us up a chat, ask us a question, show us who you're rooting for out there tonight, and hell, if it's a family member or something, I'm sure Mark's mom and sister's probably watching, but we can see the chat, ladies, if you guys are there.
Also, put in chat what you're drinking on tonight. I'm enjoying myself a Labatt Blue. I know Terry's having himself a beverage as well.
I am. I'm having a couple shots of Remy Martin on ice. It's Remy Martin. It's a cognac that I like, and that's what I'm having. Tim Bill's, I don't think he's trying to work his way around. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. There he goes looking to the inside of Dalton Kilrow.
So my thing, Terry, with me being a dirt guy, now these guys are able to run the bottom and the top line. I'm waiting to see some slide jobs, man. I really am.
Right. Well, you know what, Sam? If we're going to start doing this, maybe some of these guys will switch over to dirt a couple times. Who knows?
Well, we all know Mark won't.
Oh, yeah, I know. Guess he's scared of all that power in that little car. I don't know.
Dalton Kilrow making that topside work, though. I mean, if we go through the field, Dalton Kilrow, your race leader, but Tim Bill's trying to make a move on him. Gets a little loose coming out of turn 2, but Tim Bill's running in second place. Mark Arthur looks like he's struggling just a little bit. Actually, Terry, if you take a look at that number 12 machine, a little bit of right side damage on the right front.
Yeah, let's take a look here. I'll go in close. Oops, wrong button. Yes, sir, he does. Right behind the tire. Oh, wait, right above the tire. His actually fender is sticking up in the air. He's got a bunch of scrape marks right behind the tire on that 12 car.
So wondering what happened with Mark Arthur there. Probably got into the outside wall a little bit. 76 of Rick Thompson running into fourth. Big wiggle coming off of turn number 2 right there, but keeps it going.
Now, I'm not in the car with Mark to see how it's driving, but I don't see him working that steering wheel a whole hell of a lot, Sam. So a little bit of damage may not hurt that club a whole lot.
Going further through the field, James Bunt's actually showing a good run tonight here. That number 22. Running in 5th. So good to see James having a good run tonight. Doug Thompson running in 6th back there. Also doing a good job. And our newcomer, Aaron Johnson, running in the 7th position. Shout out to all you guys who got your SDK stuff updated. I appreciate it. It looks much better.
Tim Bill's looking at inside again.
Jason Powell in the 8th position. Jason having that throughput issue before the race started, but sitting in 8th spot right now, Terry.
Yeah, I've been kind of watching his times. He is starting to work his way through these, trying to get to these cars and start working his way through them. But, you know, hell, we're 20 laps into this, Sam, and you know, the 25 laps, we're going to a caution.
back up to the front. It's still a heated battle between Dalton Kilroy and Tim Bills. This is the closest battle on track right now. Tim Bills looking to the inside of Dalton, but just not able to get there, Terry. As I say that, Mark Arthur into the outside retaining wall once again.
Wow. And I was just going to say, this is something Mark Arthur wants to see is these two racing. That's going to help him a little bit, but he's getting that damage just all over that 12 car.
Yeah, he's definitely got the right front crinkled up there. I'm not sure if that's going to affect the toe in that machine or possibly the aero. I mean, here in Atlanta, it's definitely a little bit more aero dependent than your short tracks, so it's going to be interesting to see what Mark Arthur does as you see him going to the bottom side now, trying to avoid that outside retaining wall.
I'm going to take a lap with Mark and watch his steering.
We'll do that too here. Let's see here. Let's ride on board with Mark Arthur. Looks like he's turning right more than he's turning left, Terry.
I was thinking the same thing, Sam.
I said, hey, Mark, this ain't dirt. That's next week, buddy.
We just done a road course already, too.
And Terry, that's actually going to be the interesting thing to talk about once we get our interviews going here later tonight once the race is over, is asking these guys how do they feel about putting this car on Bristol dirt.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen some actual real pictures of it, what it looks like. That's a lot of dirt in that place, man, to fill that thing in.
Well, I do want to say in 305, 360, and a 410 sprint car, it's a blast. Not going to lie. They fly around there, and it's really fun. These cars, it's kind of going to be how the trucks are at Eldora. You're going to have to really feather your throttle. You're going to have to be easy. So it's going to be interesting to see what these asphalt guys manage to do on the dirt side of things.
I've been sitting here watching. I know I'm a little bit behind you here on the on my video. I was kind of watching the inside of Mark again, and man, yeah, he is turning right a lot. But I'm with you, Sam. I haven't got the chance to get on Bristol track yet. Maybe I'll play with that tomorrow or Monday. Just see what it's like. See if it's something I like. I'm not a real big dirt guy.
Well, if you need any tips, you know who to call.
Oh, I know. You've helped me many times on little things like that. But we still got a good battle up front there between Tim Bills and that 37 and Dalton Kilburn and that 41.
I got the camera locked onto these two, Terry, because like I said, this is our closest battle on track right now, and it is for the lead. Tim Bills looks like he does have a little bit faster of a car than Dalton, but Dalton managing it by running that high line.
Man, that bacon shake dodge of Rick Thompson, it's got horrible damage on that right-hand side.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Excuse me.
Well, like I said a couple laps before, Terry, he was fighting a loose race car, at least coming off of corner number 2, and it still looks like he's got a little wiggle in the rear end coming off of 2, so he's probably going to have to come in, get that damage fixed, and put a few rounds in the right rear on that car.
Big hammers is what I'm thinking.
That too. Rick Thompson actually bringing it down pit side, Terry.
Jason Powell working his way around. Aaron Johnson getting him another spot.
And I was watching these guys in practice, Terry, and Jason Powell had a good race car. So it looks stable. He looks like he knows, where he wants to run. He seems like he's hugging that low line. He likes the low line. So I'm interested to see where that 18 car is going to be once we get our first stage caution.
And I'm still on him. I watched him come around Johnson, and excuse me, and he's walking away from him. Yeah, we got pit C26. Sam, I guess you was right.
Doug Thompson on pit road right now, Terry. As Rick Thompson comes off pit road. Looks like Rick Thompson elected to burn that fast repair.
Looking at Doug Thompson's car, he's got damage all over here. See if he uses his.
Doug Thompson bringing it down into the pit box right now. He's going to go ahead and get fuel only in that number 13 machine. The car does not jack up. Looks like he's going to try and get some damage fixed as well. Maybe add a few rounds of wedge into that car, and he's down and away. Tim Bills, your second place runner, is on pit road as well, Terry. Let's see what he does.
I think he's going fuel only, too.
Looks like it's going to be fuel only. He's definitely trying to short pit Dalton down. So, big implications there for the 12. He tried to come down pit road. Looks like he missed it. He missed, and Mark Arthur misses pit road, and he is slow to get back going. Almost spins out twice, avoiding pit road there.
Dalton Kilroy gets his gas. He's back out, coming out of the track now.
We're going to have to see how this plays out, Terry, because Tim Bills pit before Dalton, so it's going to be interesting to see who takes over the lead here with about 15 laps to go left in the stage.
I think Mark Arthur found his way to the pits. He's coming down pit lane right now. I'm going to stay on him and see what he decides to do with this car.
There's definitely something wrong with that number 12 car. I mean, he looks like he's struggling with, not struggling with the race itself, but that car just looks like it's hurting a little bit with that damage.
Oh, man. Aaron Johnson disconnected.
Oh, man. Aaron Johnson. Unfortunate night for him. Not sure what happened there. I don't see anything on my events list that says he would have crashed or anything like that. Just deciding to put it on the trailer, Terry, and I guess we'll see him next week at Bristol Dirt.
Sam, something interesting here. Mark Arthur rolling back out. He took fuel, and I think all he done was let him swing the hammer a few times. He did not take his quick repair.
Well, if there's one thing we've noticed about Mark when he has these quick repair options in races, he tries to save it as long as he can. Because 9 times out of 10, and I've raced, I'm his teammate in other, races that we do, and I know from experience that he will save that quick repair, but 9 times out of 10, if he uses it earlier, he normally wrecks out right after he uses it. So, but actually, Terry, Jason Powell's on pit road, but that's going to hand over the lead back to Dalton Kilroy. Looks like Dalton Kilroy, with a 37.83 total time on pit road, is going to beat Tim Bills and keep the race lead.
Jason Powell, no car. He's back out. He's heading back out on the track. Fuel only for Jason Powell.
And we're definitely going to see a lot of guys take fuel only this first pit stop. But the next time they come down pit road, which should be at the end of the stage, you're going to see pretty much every single car jack up and take 4 tires.
Oh, definitely. They'd be crazy not to.
Remember, everybody, they have 4 sets of tires this evening. They have the set that they start on and 4 extra sets laying in the pit box. So you got to manage your tires, and you also got to manage your fuel because they only run 50% fuel here in Nascom.
That's approximately 9.3, I believe.
It's like 9.3 or 9.5, somewhere around there. Gallons, yeah. Basically, you can fill up the whole tank in a matter of a 4-tire change pit stop.
Easily, yes. See, we still got a few more people added on watching us out there. Sam, thanks for showing up on 53 TV with us tonight. Hope you're enjoying the race. We're trying to give you the best we can here. I mean, as of right now, we have only 9 cars on track. We started with 11. We had Aaron Johnson dropped out for some reason, and Mike Tipton as well. He left early. I guess they both want to get a head start on Bristol for next week.
And honestly, Terry, if I was an asphalt guy and I didn't run a whole lot of dirt, I'd probably be doing the same thing, trying to get as much practice as I could on that track and building the setup for it. These guys it's going to be a challenge for a lot of them. Building a dirt setup is completely different than building an asphalt setup. You got more things to worry about. How much stagger can you put in it, et cetera, et cetera. So it's going to be interesting to see what everybody does next week. And I'm honestly, if you can't tell, I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. I'm hoping like heck, which I should be all right to be getting back by that time, but Yeah, I'm really interested to see how that goes.
35 laps complete here as we're on lap number 36 of 200. Dalton Kilrow still out to the race lead. Tim Bill's slowly closing in that gap, though, Terry.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the times here real quick. Actually, Tim Bill's a little bit faster than Dalton was that last lap. Not by a lot, but he is a little faster than Dalton is right now.
About 2/10 quicker, it looks like.
So it's not on the chat on our screen, Sam. I don't have. So my teammate that you know very well, Sam, Mr. Aaron Bockover, he is watching this, I think, on Facebook. He says he can't get in the chat for some reason, but he said he's rooting for the 44 tonight. So I don't know if we have a 44. Nope, 44 didn't show up.
No, but if Aaron's watching, we got the 41 of Aaron Bockover. Hey, Aaron, you're leading. No.
He says, tell Sam I need a setup for Bristol.
Oh, yeah, ask me for one. I ain't even racing, Aaron. How do you want me to make you one?
Aaron, you just need to set up an account for daggone YouTube Live. That's all you really need to do.
Yeah, you just need to have a quote-unquote YouTube channel, I guess is what they call it. You set up something like that, and you'll be able to chat in the YouTube chat. And the only reason I don't stream on Twitch for these guys is because YouTube will...
Bill's looking inside.
YouTube will save the videos, so you guys can go back and watch all the Nascom races once again. And like Terry said, we got a battle for the lead here. Tim Bill's looking to the inside of the 41 of Dalton Kilrow. Side by side going into turn one. Dalton's going to pinch him down. Will Tim Bills be able to get it and hold him off for that stage win?
And I was talking to the 41 of Dalton Kilrow during his practice runs, and he told me he can put his car pretty much anywhere that holds some really good speed. So let's see what Tim Bills has got for that 41 now.
Still side by side as they come off turn number 4. Give that one to, too close to call. Looks like Tim Bills that time by. So we got 4 laps to go left here in the stage, and looks like Dalton's not going to give it up that easily.
Tim's still running the fastest lap out of the two.
And it looks like, Terry, that Tim Bills can actually make that 37 car work wherever he wants. I seen him run in the middle line. He's out on the bottom. So he's got that car dialed in, maybe another pit stop or so, and he'll have that thing on rails like we're used to seeing the 37. But give that one to Dalton Kilrow that time by. It looks like Dalton actually has a decent setup under that car this evening, too.
Yeah, like I said, I was watching him. I was actually talking to him. We got a... what is it? Oh, yeah. Pit lane's closed, guys. Or, yeah, pits will close in 2 laps, so they didn't do anything. And right now it's time to do it. But I was trying to find Mark Arthur. Where did he go? There he is.
I think he's running in the 4th position there behind
Back and forth, yeah.
Rick Thompson.
Well, Rick Thompson, I said something earlier about his car getting all boogered up, and that Bake and Shake Dodge, it looks brand new. He took that quick repair, again, fairly early. I guess he's got some handling on it now, though.
Now, see, the thing that surprises me right now, Terry, is Dalton's trying to pinch the 37 down the racetrack, which, I mean, obviously he has the right to do, but I'm surprised he's not running up next to the wall like we've seen him do and maybe crossed him over.
Well, we know he's fast enough, huh?
Well, Tim Bills back to the race lead. 2 laps to go left here in the stage. Dalton's still looking to the inside, trying to make something happen here with that 37 and the 41, but just looks like maybe Tim Bills is managing to hold him off. That time by, almost identical lap times. Well, no, actually, it was about a 10th difference. Dalton Kilrow being the slower of the 2.
It's our close.
I don't know. They're green on my end. No, I'm just kidding. But last lap here in the stage, Tim Bill's out to the race lead. Dalton Kilrow in second. Looked like Nick Okie trying to push the 41 up to the front there as he's trying not to pass him, trying not to get into the way of these guys.
Huh.
Into turns 3 and 4. Coming off turn 4. Stage winner, number 37, Tim Bills. Should be seeing the caution flag fly here any second now.
Well, these guys are doing it right, though. You know, Tim Bills is still holding that gas pedal down till that caution flies, and I don't blame him.
That's what you got to do. There it is. Caution
There
flag
it
is
goes.
out. Says Tim Bills. Once again, your stage 1 winner.
Another guy we're kind of missing tonight, and I really enjoy watching, is Justin Boonstra. I really enjoy watching Justin run, and I really wish he'd have been here tonight. I know he's, he's got a hell of a time difference between what we're on and what he's on.
Well, Terry, stage 1 is complete. We got 45 laps complete, 46 now. 46 laps complete. Your stage 1 winner is Tim Bills in the 37. While these guys go under pit stops, we're going to go ahead and take our first commercial break, so stay right with us.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, your stage 1 winner is not in TeamSpeak for us to interview, so Terry's going to go ahead and get our second place finisher, Dalton Kilrow. And give me 1 second, Terry. You got Dalton.
Dalton, Sam, Terry, Hampton Booth, you got us?
10-4.
Well, buddy, I was talking to you during the while you were in practice there, and again, you said you can go anywhere on that track. I've been watching you. You've been putting that car anywhere on the track. How's it doing for you?
Well, so far, got some pretty good stage points first stage. Tim got me there at the end. I was trying all I could to hold him back, but I was just driving it too hard early on. You know, it's unfortunately what I'm known for. But just need to try to save the right front a little bit better, because I know that was wearing for me. And hopefully have a little bit more long-run speed than I did.
You guys are running almost identical laps time-wise, Dalton. Even if you're up by the wall and he's on the bottom, you guys, I mean, there's nothing really in between you guys. I think it's just going to be too smart today. You know, I think that's what's going to come out between you two if this keeps going on. I asked Sam something about when you got up toward the wall, are the marbles affecting the car?
Not necessarily. I mean, I know in a real car it should be affecting it, but in here it's not really affecting it as much as you would think. I know whenever I get up to the top, it's It's just getting back in the gas and just letting it kind of roll, trying to stay as close as I can and not let it get too loose.
All right, bud. Well, we'll let you get back out there. You're about ready to go green. So good luck. Congratulations on that second spot on that stage.
10-4, man. Thank you.
Yep.
Second place stage finisher Dalton Kilrow, the number 41. Managing to get the lead back, Terry, under those pit stops.
So I didn't get to watch Mark Arthur take tires and stuff. I think everybody didn't take tires. Secretary James Bunce did not take tires.
No, but Mark Arthur had a 15-second pit stop, either getting damaged or maybe burning that quick repair. Not sure, Terry.
He did not use his quick repair because he's still got a bunch of damage on that right front, or on that right side there above the tire.
10-4. Well, what we're going to do here is once these boys go green, Dalton Kilrow is going to have his finger on the trigger for this restart. We're going to do a crank it up.
Heck yeah.
Pace car ducks off pit road. It's up to Dalton Kilrow when he wants to fire. He fires off. We're back to green here. And as I said before,
jump.
Crank it up time, ladies and gentlemen. Turn them speakers wide open. Tell you what, Terry, I love the cranking up cameras when we have a chance to do them, but we had to come back because we got a blanket over the top three right now as Mark Arthur looks like he dialed in that number 12 out to the race lead. Dalton Kilrow in second, Tim Bills in third, but as I said, throw a blanket over them because they are nose to tail for 1, 2, 3.
So something I was looking at while we was doing it, crank it up, is the 76 of Rick Thompson. He came through that field like he was on fire. And he's out there he's putting some lap times down, but he's not quite as fast as our leaders are at the moment. But he's laying some rubber down on that track.
It's still definitely an interesting strategy call, though, for the 85 and the 22 to not take tires. That definitely interesting to see that happen. But Rick Thompson basically running by himself right now as the top three pull out to about a 3-second gap over the fourth place runner of Rick Thompson.
Well, the positive thing for Rick Thompson, as long as Kilrow and Bills keep doing what they're doing, he shouldn't be back there very long. Be up there maybe a fight for the battle for third place.
But we got a heck of a battle going on here up front, Terry, between these three guys.
Dalton Kilrow kind of looking to the outside of the 12 of Mark Arthur. Bills just running kind of the same line. Oh, a little squiggly out of Bills.
And we noticed that on the beginning of the run that the 37 has a little issue of being loose, but once the run goes on, it seems like he's got that car dialed in. As Dalton Kilrow looks to take the race lead off of Mark Arthur on the outside. So not sure what's going on. It looked like that 12 car looked like it was running strong there for a couple of laps, but maybe something going on to where he's just got a little bit of a short run car this evening instead of the long run car we're used to seeing.
Oh, I just heard somebody say, hang on to it, Nick. I'm going to go look back and see what happened to him. Oh, yeah, he hit the wall real good coming off of 3, or off of 4. Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your next stage will end at lap 90. And then we have a shootout to the end, basically. Typical stage racing as you're accustomed to seeing on a Sunday afternoon with the NASCAR guys. Looks like Dalton Kilrow trying to run that bottom groove again here in 3 and 4. The 12 car Mark Arthur kind of dropping off a little bit, Terry.
Yeah, his times has dropped way off from where he was doing when they went green back to green. Rick Thompson's actually running faster than Mark Arthur is now, so look for Rick Thompson to be coming up and working on that 12 for in a little while.
Battle for the race lead, though. Tim Bills a little loose coming off turn number 2, but to the inside of the 41 of Dalton Kilrow. Side by side going into turns 3 and 4. Dalton Kilrow still running that middle to high groove. Ooh!
Oh.
Almost a little contact there. Good racing here up in the front of the pack there.
And you know, Sam, depending on what angle we looked at that, they probably did touch.
It was really, really close. I'll tell you that. I don't know if they made contact or not. One thing I wish iRacing would implement is the donuts on the side of the car when they make contact like that. That would be really cool. One thing that they did update though recently, Terry, I don't know if you noticed, but it was the smoke. So if the car spins out, I mean, it's almost realistic is the smoke is anymore. A lot of people complaining that you can't see, but I mean, in real life, you wouldn't be able to see either. So, like I said, I'm glad to see that iRacing is starting to make a step in the right direction once again, because before, all we were getting out of them was, well, the grass will be grassier. So, we're getting some tracks with some multi-groove racing. You know, it seems like they're working on the damage model. It's not perfected yet, but they're at least working on it. So, I know I complain a lot about certain things with iRacing, but I'm going to kind of dial that back just because it's good to see them coming out with some things that'll make the racing better.
Definitely. So the league I run in on Sundays, we had me and my teammates. Somebody put up a practice the other day. I got into it, and somebody in front of me spun, and I had no clue where to go. I could not see where his car was. Low, high, I just Days of Thunder, baby. Punched it and went.
Well, see, and that's what's going to make having a live spotter even better now. Yes. Because that live spotter will be, the computer one, it's all fine and dandy when somebody's to your outside or inside, but it'll even tell you when somebody stopped on the racetrack in front of you. However, it won't tell you where the car is spinning when it's spinning in front of you. So
no.
To have a live spotter nowadays is going to be almost, a necessity.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I use a couple apps. I know you also use a couple apps, but a live spotter. I think doesn't Ian run in this league also occasionally?
Yeah, he does.
So I know his dad spots for him in the league that I'm in with him. So Tim's going to have his work cut out for him, that's for sure.
But as we've seen, though, in that league that Ian also runs in on Sundays, Tim is actually not that bad of a spotter, and we've actually seen Ian run a lot better when Tim is spotting for him.
Yeah, along with Tim spotting for him and not driving for him, it's a whole big difference.
Oh, yeah, we know that. Coming up on a little bit of lap traffic here, Dalton Kilrow is going to get around the number 9 and Nick Okia without an issue. Tim Bills is going to do the same. Nick Okia got some right front damage, so unfortunately for Nick, because I'm pretty sure he burnt his fast repair on the one pit stop he took.
He did.
So he's got more damage to worry about for the rest of the evening, but right now, if we do a quick through the field, you got Dalton Kilrow running in first place. Right behind him is Tim Bills in number 37. Mark Arthur starting to dial in that number 12 machine. He's deciding to run the low line. And Rick Thompson, our only Dodge of the field, I'm going to keep saying that. But Rick Thompson in the 76, he's out there making moves, running in the 4th position. Tex Perry in that 85, the boss, running in 5th.
Well, the 85, the boss there, we've seen him the last few weeks. He hasn't been doing all that well, Sam. Yeah, maybe it's time for a little bit of redemption in that 85 car.
Definitely a little redemption needed for the 85 car, but still definitely getting some solid runs in. I mean, he's not wrecking out. He's not disconnecting. So it's good to see him stay in the races. Actually, as I say that, it gets into the wall a little bit. Broadcaster's curse, I imagine, but the boss is running decent races. He's definitely up there in the points too. So
Yeah, I'm kind of looking back at some stuff. He ran 4th last week in Phoenix. What did he do in Vegas? Ran 9th place in Vegas. So, I mean, they're not bad finishes, that's for sure. But, it could be better. Who knows? Better than I did.
And it all comes down, Terry, to setting up your car. I mean, if you don't have a car that's set up the way you want it to be, you're going to struggle no matter what track it is. Even if it's your favorite track in iRacing, you're going to struggle. And I know if we go ahead and look at the schedule, you can confirm or deny this, Terry, but I'm pretty sure that since we are following the Cup schedule, these guys are going to be going to COTA, which is the USA track down in Texas, the road course.
Where is that? COTA will be May 22nd. That is their 15th race. They get 3 sets of tires, and there was no laps on that one, Sam, so it's not showing any kind of a breakdown there.
But that's going to be interesting to see because it's a track that nobody has raced at.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see what these guys can do setup-wise. I mean, we all know that NASCAR's ran at Watkins Glen. They've ran at Sonoma. So those are 2 normal tracks that we've seen. However, to go to a track that we've never seen on a NASCAR circuit before, James Munson to the wall there going into turn 1, keeps it straight. But as I was saying, Terry, it's going to be interesting to see what these guys decide to do with that road course. And I'm wondering if they'll even be able to use certain setups from other tracks.
Justin Boomstraw just put in Discord, I missed the race because I had to wake up at 4 for the race, but the session was up at 2, so I realized that it was too late. Justin, we understand, buddy. I mean, that time difference kind of a pain in the butt, but hey, thanks for checking in, man. I hope you're watching the race. Maybe we'll see you next week at Bristol on that dirt, bud.
Oh, we hope to see you next week at the Bristol Dirt. I hope everybody shows up at the Bristol Dirt, and I'm saying that as like a wink-wink kind of thing because that's going to be the one I'm going to have the most fun broadcasting.
Hey, what, Sam? You just set everything up. I'll come in and broadcast it. I'm not a big dirt fan, so I'll broadcast it. You want to race?
Oh,
no. I'm lying.
No, I decided to give these boys a broadcast this season. Like I said, I'm dipping my hand into the pool of broadcasting. Everybody seems to be enjoying it, though, Terry. Everybody seems to be liking us up here.
That's a good thing, man. I'm glad to hear that and see that. And again, anybody out there want to chat? We're here, 53 TV, live on Saturday nights, watching Nascom online.
Except Bockover.
Yeah, we don't want to talk to him anyway. Wait a minute, I'll check my phone.
Tell him to go to work or something.
He's not going to be very happy when he gets into work and realizes somebody uses his truck all day today. So,
did you drive his truck today?
I did not drive his truck. I drove my own truck.
Oh, okay.
But somebody did take his truck out today.
I tell you what, though, Terry, I had that experience one time at the last job I was at. I had somebody move my truck, and it pissed me off to no extent because I had the mirrors the way I liked it. I had my seat the way I liked it. And then I get in, and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, Sam. Mark Arthur's starting to work his way back up toward the front there.
It's interesting to see because as you say that, look who fell off. The 37 of Tim Bills.
Yeah. Now, Tim...
speaking of that, look at his car, Terry.
Tim Bills. Bunce coming to the... Oh.
Tim Bills got some heavy damage to the right side of that 37 Chevy, but bringing it down pit side here.
Well, they should be on a fuel run here now by now, Sam.
I was going to say, these guys are definitely going to start pitting as we see not only Tim Bills come down pit road, we see Rick Thompson in the 76 and James Grumpy Bunce in the 22 down pit road.
I'm watching Bunce. He's got a bunch of damage on that right side from hitting the wall earlier. We've seen. See if he takes that quick repair if he hasn't already done so.
Well, Tim Bills, I can tell you for sure, took his quick repair because when he hit the pit box, his car basically just went boink and completely brand new. So fresh off the trailer for Tim Bills there. Rick Thompson's down and away as well. Looks like Buncey deciding not to use his quick repair. So
he did not use it, but he took 4 tires.
Well, remember, him and Tex did not take tires that last run.
Right.
So, but back up to the front here. It's still Dalton Kilroy, your race leader, as he's catching Tex Perry, who's running third right now. Your first car 1 lap down is Tim Bills right now in 4th, but once that pit cycle goes through, you should see Tim Bills back up near the front. Tex Perry going 1 lap down to Dalton Kilroy. Now, see, that's the thing, Terry. These guys who didn't take tires, if I was Tex, I'd be pitting this lap. I'd be pitting right now.
Yeah, I think he should have done before Dalton passed him.
I agree, because now he's kind of putting himself into a world of hurt for the rest of this race. As we see, well, as I say that, he gets his lap back because Mark Arthur and Dalton Kilroy coming down pit road.
I'm going to stay on Mark Arthur if he's used that quick repair now. Still 120 laps to go left in this race.
I'd say it's still too early to see Mark Arthur use that quick repair.
And really, with his times and the way he's running, I don't believe he really needs it.
Mark Arthur getting it wrong in the pit box.
That's costing him a ton of time.
Broadcaster's curse once again as Mark Arthur gets it all wrong coming into pit road for a second time, but not getting onto pit road was the problem. That was getting into his own pit box, Terry.
I don't know if he was on his car, but he started to pull out. His wheels was turned to the... Whoa!
Oh, Mark Arthur.
Oh, wow. Mark Arthur
spinning it off pit road.
Pits.
I think we should just stop talking about him tonight, Terry. I mean, anytime we bring up that 12, he's having issues. And that's no caution, and that's just going to hurt Mark Arthur tremendously. However, luckily for him,
hold it, Mark.
We will get a stage caution here in another 10 laps, but if that was in the final stage, that would have hurt the 12 tremendously.
Oh, my Lord. Maybe he should have took that quick repair. Nah. Wow. What a shame.
But I tell you what, Terry, that put Dalton Kilroy in first place once again after these pit stops cycled through. Tex Perry in second. It looks like, I'm not sure if he has pit yet or not. No, he still has not pit.
I don't think he has.
So it's going to be interesting to see if Tex can even make it these last 10 laps.
Patrick Calgill, yes, daylight savings time, buddy. You're missing a race tonight. Yeah, he just come in Discord also.
Tell him daylight savings time was last week.
Yeah, right.
You know, your phone updates that. The boss getting passed by Tim Bills. The boss bringing it down pit side right now, Terry.
I'll stay on the boss, see what he does.
Back up to the front, Dalton Kilroy out to a 2.5 second lead over Tim Bills. And then goes back to Tex Perry, who's on pit road, but that's going to hand it over to Rick Thompson in third place. And unfortunately, Mark Arthur just getting everything wrong coming on and off pit road that time. It's going to bump him into the 4th position. Tex Perry is going to get knocked down to 5th. And if he doesn't get out quick enough, Terry, he's going to go 1 lap down, which is going to put him in the lucky dog position, but it's going to hurt the 18 of Jason Powell.
And fuel only for the 85 of Tex Perry. As he's coming off of pit just a little sideways there for a second. All you guys listening to us out there that's sending messages over Discord, jump in and chat with us here on YouTube Live, 53 TV. Get in here, talk to us.
Yeah, talk to us. We got the chat up. We can see what you guys are talking about. We'll answer any questions you guys have. And also, don't be afraid to share that stream out. You know, share the stream on Facebook. We try to give the best, most professional broadcast we can here on 53 TV. So if it possibly could get me more business, that'd be great.
Heck yeah. Him, not me.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly. I do want to race too, so. But I don't mind helping out the Nascom guys because I know Tex was having an issue trying to find a broadcaster, and I want to thank Terry once again for being here. I know he doesn't have to do it, so appreciate Terry being my second in command here on 53 TV.
I enjoy it, bud. So I'm watching James Bunce. Behind him, he's got Jason Powell and I believe Doug Thompson. No, that ain't Doug Thompson. Who is behind him?
It's Rick Thompson.
Rick Thompson. Oh, yeah.
By the way, which for everybody watching out there, they're not related.
No, they're not. But if you ever see the name of Fred Thompson come up on a race or something, it's one of the best guys you'll ever be around racing.
That's
That is
actually Rick's dad.
Rick's father, correct.
So if they say that there's like an age limit on iRacing, we say no because Fred's like 85 years old or something.
He's 73, but
That's still like 85 years old, so there is no age gap here on iRace. Well, there's a gap, but there's no age limit on iRacing.
Right.
You can be 73 years old and still run on iRacing. Fred
Yep.
Thompson is living proof of that. Shout out to you, Fred.
so I'm watching two guys lap. Oh, it's like James. It's Doug Thompson. Excuse me. Went up a little high there. Got into a wall. Just scraped it a little bit. Doug Thompson right now showing 5 laps down in 8th place. Started 5th. Dropped 3 spots down in 8th. Jason Powell, remember, he started off in the pits because he had a disconnect. So he started. He was supposed to grid at 4th. Now he's running in 7th. So we got James Bunce and Tex Perry also 1 lap down. I'm going backwards here. Mark Arthur is the first car in the lead lap, running 4th. Rick Thompson in that 76, running 3rd. Tim Bills in his 37, running 2nd. And Dalton Kilroy still holding that first spot in that 41.
Coming to 2 laps to go left in the stage here, Terry.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, we are at the stage. Dad, going this race is going fast.
I agree.
So this ought to let a couple of these guys get their lap back, I would think. At least one.
James Bunce looks like he's in the lucky dog position
Right.
as of now. But Jason Powell, I mean, he's, if I'm reading this correctly, he's got to step on it. I mean, he's catching those 2 guys, Tex Perry and James Bunce, but he's got to get the pedal to the metal here in the next lap, or else he's going to be trapped still 1 lap down.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to Jason. I seen he had almost a 28-second pit stop earlier. But I don't know if he's trying to get some damage fixed without using a quick repair or what.
Down the back straightaway for the final time of the stage. Dalton Kilroy into turns 3 and 4. Down on the bottom once again for the 41, but coming out of turn number 4, give the stage win to the 41 of Dalton Kilroy. As we wait for the caution flag to fly.
And again, Dalton Kilroy did the same thing Bills did last race, or last caution. There's the flag. He just kept racing until that flag popped out.
So what it is, Terry, is I know Mark Arthur uses some kind of program that will automatically throw the caution, so the boss or Mark or any of the admins of this league don't have to do it, which is, as you know, difficult in VR to move your mouse around and do something. So it seems like that program isn't working, because I know from experience working with Mark, it takes 4 seconds normally once the leader crosses the start-finish line. That makes them have to go around 1 whole lap to catch the pace car. But Seems like the program's not working this evening, so it looks like the boss is probably throwing the cautions. But give the stage win here to Dalton Caro, number 41.
Mark did just holler out he don't know why it's not throwing the caution when it's supposed to. And Doug Thompson is actually the one that threw the caution this time.
Dalton Caro and Tim Bills bringing it down pit side really quick there. Which is interesting to me, Terry, because I don't know if iRacing needs to fix this or what, but on my screen, the red lights for the pit road is on.
Oh, I didn't even notice that, Sam.
So, well, they did that in a couple updates ago. But that being said, while these guys are getting pit stops, we're going to take another quick commercial break. So stick right with us, and we'll get an interview with Stage 2 winner Dalton Kilroy.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
All right. Got to pay the bills somehow, and again, use code BLAZING for a brand new Butt Kicker. You get 20% off. But we're going to go ahead and get our Stage 2 winner, Dalton Kilroy, up in here. Dalton Kilroy, Sam and Terry up in the booth. You got a copy?
10-4.
Well, we talked to you at the end of Stage 1. You were the second place finisher. The end of Stage 2, you're the first place finisher. So did you get that car dialed in under that second run? How you feeling?
Definitely feels a little bit better. Wasn't pushing quite as tight through the middle. I think the bottom's the way I gotta go right now, just because running the top, it seemed like I was kind of burning my right front up a little bit too much. And, you know, I noticed once I just started kind of taking it easy and just kind of feathering the throttle, I started to slowly pull away from Tim Bills. And it's pretty much going to be between me, him, and Mark, and we'll see. I am playing a little strategy gamble here, and I did not take tires at the end of the stage there, so we'll see what happens. But I just hope I can still kind of be there at the end, be a threat.
Well, you answered my next question, which was we noticed you running the top at the beginning and you're running the bottom now. Do you think the top could come into play eventually? We've seen you racing with Tim a few times and holding that outside line. Do you think that maybe a slide job or two could come into effect, or the high line might be valuable?
Maybe on a short run, because it definitely is a little bit faster. But on a long run, I don't think it'll be what you got to do. I think everybody's got to be on that inside. Because again, I just started pushing way too tight running that top for that first stage, and then just running the bottom, feathering the throttle, taking it easy. It was just a lot better on the tire wear. Crew chief's telling me it was a lot better. So we'll see what happens here.
All right, man. Well, you guys are going green this time by. I'll put you back with your team. So good luck out there and have fun.
10-4, man. Thank you.
This is your stage winner, Dalton Kilroy, the number 41. Going back green this time, Terry.
Well, you heard Dalton say it. He did not take tires. We know Tim Bills did. We know Mark Arthur, Rick Thompson, James Bunce. We knew all these guys took tires on this lead lap. So it's going to be interesting.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see. We know the 41 is going to go backwards, so it's not going to be a shock to see him go to the rear of the field basically on this restart. And honestly, let's watch for a little bit of tire spin here, because as we know, Atlanta's notorious for that. So here we go, Terry. Pace cars ducking off. Dalton Kilroy in control. Green flag back out in the air here for the final stage at Atlanta.
Yeah, he did not get the jump on him like he did earlier with them fresh tires. And if I was Bills and Arthur, I think I'd let this play off just a little bit. I guess we're going to go 3 wide.
I was going to say, as you say that, we're going 3 wide, Terry. Mark Arthur decided to run the highlight, and it's going to be a side-by-side battle between him and Tim Bills down the back straightaway. Oh, and according to my event viewer, Terry, it looks like Nick Okie having a little bit of trouble. I'm going to see if I can't get a replay on that because it says he crashed. Looks like he might have spun the tires on the restart, put it into the outside wall, getting it all wrong coming into turn 1 and spinning out, and then deciding to tow and get it to pit road to not bring out a caution. So unfortunate for Nick, but we go back up to the front of the field. Tim Bills had gone around Mark Arthur. Mark Arthur was looking to make a move there, but didn't seem to work. Tim Bills back to your race lead. Rick Thompson deciding to run that high line. We just talked to Dalton Kilrow about if the high line was valuable, and it looks like Rick Thompson is still trying to make it work.
Yeah, Rick Thompson, he is making it work. He is just a hair bit slower than Mark Arthur is right now running that high line. I don't know, Rick might want to come down to the bottom just for a little while.
As we see the top 2 cars running the bottom line here, Terry. Tim Bills looking like still a little loose coming off the corners here on a short run.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think Tim's already used his fast repair.
He has.
So he's got his nice fresh car. We know Mark Arthur has not used his fast repair, just some hammers out there. Rick Thompson, he used a fast repair already. His car is a little damaged again. Dalton Kilrow, his car has stayed clean this whole race for the last 100 laps now. So a lot of these guys already burned through that quick repair.
But as we said, Terry, remember Dalton said he was on another strategy.
Right.
Looking at the lap times here, your leader running a 31.4 to Dalton that time by a 33.0. So Dalton's almost a full second off the pace, and I'm telling you, it's an interesting strategy call, but he's going to have to figure out when he's going to make that pit stop to get tires. And what I think he's trying to do, Terry, if I'm not mistaken, is he's trying to get on an opposite strategy. So when these guys come down for their next pit stop, they're probably not going to take tires where Dalton is.
Right, yeah, probably not.
That's what I'm guessing he's trying to do, but it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out for the 41 because he's going to have to worry about not going a lap down, running almost a second off the leader.
But you still got Bunce and Powell back there. Both of those guys took tires. The boss Tex Perry, he took tires. So, I mean, Dalton's the only one out there that doesn't have the fresh tires on. So I can see some of these guys even catching Dalton.
Yeah, he doesn't have the freshest tires, but he's still running 4th. I mean, the boss is catching them, but not as quick as we've seen the other guys do. But Tim Bills and Mark Arthur and Rick Thompson, as I mentioned, Rick Thompson, he got into the outside wall once again.
Man.
And the person we need to focus on right now, too, Terry, is that number 18 of Jason Powell, because he's running in 6th place, but he's the first car 1 lap down. So if he could get a lucky quick caution, that would bring him back on the lead lap and possibly maybe even contend for this thing.
Yeah, we both know Jason's fast. You know, we've raced with him. Awesome guy all around, actually. Unfortunately, he had to start in the pits for some reason. I don't know what hell happened with him, but yeah, he gets up there. These guys are going to have to contend with him.
Well, right now, not a whole lot of battles going on track right now. Tim Bills out to a pretty convincing lead, almost a second and a half over second place Mark Arthur. And then back further, you have Rick Thompson, which is almost a whole straightaway behind our first and second place runners. Jason Powell actually getting around Rick Thompson, trying to make something work with that 18 to maybe try and get a lap back the hard way. But Dalton Kilrow still holding that 4th position.
Yeah, I think, like you said, Powell got around Rick. Now he's got to work on Arthur and Bills. Man, he's burning that car up, though, to do that, I would think.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway here. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a long commercial break. So stick right with us, and you won't miss a thing.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Looks like your car is...
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Coming up to the line, being chased, and it was Braden Johnson. Unbelievable finish. It was 1/1000th of a second between them.
Green flag in the air. We are racing in the 2020 24 Hours of Daytona.
They go door to door for the feature race lead here on the last lap of the race. Side by side for the race lead in the final corner at Homestead. Down the back straightaway, 3 wide again for the race lead. This is unbelievable stuff here tonight.
Aloma is going to have to be very deep on the brakes, and he is very deep on the brakes. It's side by side through the corner. This is for the win.
It'll be side by side. Davies low, Ottinger high. To the very inside is Garrett low. 4 wide at the stripe. For all his work here on this outside line, neck and neck. Who's going to back out? Does anyone back out? Verstappen starts to squeeze on the inside, and now he'll try and straight line it. Goes under the apron, drag race to the line. It's so close to call.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for sticking around. Not a whole lot has changed. Tim Bill's still your race leader. Mark Arthur, though, seems like he's catching him, Terry.
Yeah, I'm kind of watching that too, and while he was away. Seen Doug Thompson, man. He come off, I want to say, come off a 2 and just slammed the wall in that 13 car. Also, the driver of the number 9, Nick Akie, he is showing 27 laps now, still sitting in the pit. Oh, he just rolled out. But he was in the pits. Oh, he is. So in there for 10 minutes, getting that car worked on. As Doug Thompson brings his 13 down pit lane and see what he's going to do.
I'm going to focus back up to the front of the field here, Terry, because Mark Arthur is catching the 37 of Tim Bills. I mean, he is like, he's there. He's catching them. It went from 4/10 to 2/10 in one corner.
Looks like 13 Doug Thompson. He is taking tires, and that is all. I don't know if they want to swing a hammer or not. I believe they are.
Mark Arthur trying to make a move here on the 37, Terry.
Well, we talked about the beginning of the race. Mark Arthur sets that car up for the long run, and we've had a nice little green flag run here. So, yeah, maybe he's got that car dialed in to where he can start taking off.
Well, somebody we need to talk about, too, right now, Terry, is the 41 of Dalton Kilroe. Just because... See, the last pit they had was on lap 92, so green flag pit stops are going to be starting here shortly. So it's going to be interesting to see what everybody does. New race leader, though. Give it to Mark Arthur in the number 12.
James Bunce was looking to the outside of the 41 of Dalton Kilroe. That would put Dalton back into 5th place if James can complete this pass.
Fortunately, Terry, it froze on me again.
Oh, nice.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Bear with us. We're having some technical difficulties of iRacing, as you can see, freezing up on us. But as soon as we get that problem fixed, I will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my apologies for that long be right back screen, but we had an issue with iRacing once again where it was freezing up on me. I'm thinking it's an internet issue, so I apologize for that as the cars are loading in their paint schemes again. You can tell I just got back into the session, but I don't think we missed a whole lot except Mark Arthur is your race leader, Terry.
Yeah, we missed Dalton Kilroe coming down pit lane. He got 4 fresh tires. He is now on the climb, trying to get around Rick Thompson, Tim Bills, and then possibly get better Mark Arthur in that 12 car and maybe get back on the lead on this thing. I just watched Mark let James Bunce get around him to get a lap back. James was on fresher tires than Mark was. So, and I think that's Dalton right behind. Nope, that's the Boss Tex Perry behind Mark Arthur. He is 2 laps down.
Well, as they run right now, Terry, you got Mark Arthur running in first.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Bill's almost 2.5 seconds behind him in second. And then going back almost 13 seconds, or I'm sorry, almost 15 seconds off your race leader,
right,
is Rick Thompson. Still has that right side damage, but we know he took his fast repair early in the big wiggle off of turn number 2 for the 76. But he took his fast repair early, and as you can see, it's starting to hurt him.
Yeah. And you talk about times, Dalton Kilroe, which he's one of the guys out there with the fresh tires. He's almost 22 seconds back behind Mark Arthur at the moment. So
22 seconds behind Mark Arthur, Terry, but also running over a second faster.
Right. But he's going to burn that car up, I would think, trying to catch up to Mark.
Well, it's also going to be interesting, Terry, because if Dalton's playing the strategy I'm thinking he's playing, these guys are probably going to have to stop at least 2 more times, at least. So he should have tires in the bank for both those stops. So
yes,
if this works out for him, I mean, you could see that 41 contending for a win.
Well, then again, we've also seen Mark and talked to Mark before that he'll run a set of usually his first set of tires out as far as he can, so that we can try to have fresh tires every time he stops.
Definitely going to be interesting to see what these guys do here, Terry. Right now, the cars are so spread out that there's really not a whole lot to talk about just because everybody is basically in their respectable positions right now, just logging laps. I mean, we got a little under 70 laps to go here in this event, Hotlanta 200. Now that I say that, I'm actually going to go ahead and plug Nascom.
13 of Doug Thompson hit the wall really hard. He kept it going. He's back. He's coming down pit. Oh, what did he just do? He tried to get to the pits, missed the pits, hit the cone. I wouldn't doubt if he got a little speeding penalty out of that.
Well, I'd like to point out to you, the last time you said Dalton Kilroe was about 20 seconds or 22 seconds behind our race leader. He's knocked that down to 16.
Oh, wow.
So, to put it in to perspective of the people watching this evening, Mark Arthur, your race leader last time by, ran a 33.32. Tim Bills actually ran almost an identical lap time in second place with a 33.34, but Dalton Kilroe ran a 32.1. So 0.2 faster than your race leaders, but it looks like the car is starting to die off a little bit for Dalton because he's starting to run. Yeah, that time by he ran a 32.25. So still fast, a second faster, but not as fast as he was when we originally talked about him.
No, he is. I believe he was just beating that car to death, trying to get up there to catch Mark.
I think he's trying to beat that car up to catch up to the top 2, period. I mean, you figure he lost a lot of time on that restart from the second stage to basically, because he didn't take tires, he lost all that time. I mean, almost went a lap down in the process. Now back up running in third, luckily for him. But it's going to be, like I said, it's just going to be interesting to see how the strategy plays out for the 41. Now, we used to call Dalton Captain Save Fuel. Now, I think we're going to have to change that nickname to Mr. Tire, because now he's starting to, instead of playing fuel strategies, he's playing tire strategies, Terry.
Yeah, Mr. Goodyear.
Mr. Goodyear. I prefer Hoosiers, but hey, I'm a dirt guy.
Right. Yeah, it's a dirt, right. I mean, Mark Arthur is still holding his own. He's not, I don't think he's beating his car up at all. Hitting his marks.
Well, not only that, Terry,
Bills.
look,
Yeah.
speaking of Tim Bills and Mark Arthur, look at their lap times that last time by. 100% identical. A 33.38 to a 33.38. So those are your two to watch right now. I mean, they're running literally identical lap times here.
And Dalton Kilroy's still fastest car on the track. Jason Powell's got a 32.4, but as your leaders, Dalton Kilroy right now is the fastest car on the track, as in the top 5 guys.
Yeah, Dalton Kilroy running 32.6 that time by. A little under a second quicker still, catching these guys. Knocked down the gap from 16 seconds the last time we said to a 12.2. So, it's again, Terry, it's just going to be interesting to see what happens here. I mean, let's see here. I don't know if you have... yeah, it's not really showing for me anymore because we had that foul up with the... Let's see here. Foul up with the iRacing, freezing. Because it's telling me the last time they pit was 92. I don't know if that's correct or not.
I bet it ain't off by far.
I think it's pretty incorrect considering we're coming to lap 139. So our timing and scoring's a little off here until these guys make their next pit stop, unfortunately. But we do know that Dalton took tires, because on my timing and scoring it's shown that he didn't take tires. So we missed that whole last round of pit stops, unfortunately, because of the iRacing glitch. So we apologize for that. So we're going to have to watch when these guys pit again and see what everybody does. I have no clue what happened. I believe it's just because iRacing freezing, Terry. That's pretty much all there is to it. Again, not understanding why. I believe it's probably an internet issue. I've never really had these problems before. So blame it on Armstrong. So Armstrong, if you ever come across this video, you suck. $90 a month for this crap? Come on. I'm going to go to Xfinity if I can.
There you go.
I'll get a gigabyte download speeds. Them what?
Mark Arthur's still holding a nice little 3-second lead over Tim Bills. I'll give you a rundown here because Mark Arthur started second. Right now, currently running first. Tim Bills started first, currently running second. Dalton Kilroy started third, running third. James Grumpy Bunts started eighth, running fourth.
Good run for the 22.
Yes, it is. Rick Thompson started seventh, running fifth. The first car lap down will be Jason Powell at 18. Started fourth, actually started in the pits, running sixth. We got Tex Vosper in the 85, running seventh, started ninth. Doug Thompson in his 13. He is still sitting on pit lane for the last a little over 5.5 minutes. He started fifth, running eighth. The number 9, Nick Akie, running ninth, still sitting in the pits for the last 26 minutes, if not longer, since we did lose that connection a little bit. He started sixth, and on the hauler and heading home is Aaron Johnson and Mike Tipton, 10th and 11th. Where'd you go, Sam?
I'm right here.
Okay.
I'm just getting my camera situated.
10-4. So I'm just looking at his time and scoring. Dalton has dropped into the 33s now, so he is actually slowing down a little bit. Oh, now he's, well, not by a whole lot.
Slowing down a little bit, Terry, but still knocked that gap down.
Right.
Almost looks like about 10 seconds here.
Mm-hmm.
But still not enough to catch him. So, again, bold strategy move for the 41, but I mean, yeah, he's still catching. He's about 9 seconds according to my timing and scoring off, but still, that's a lot of time to make up.
So we don't know. I don't believe Mark has used this quick repair. I know we've talked about this a lot. So with 55 laps to go, next fuel run, maybe get that car fixed, brand new tires and stuff, and go for the win.
I could definitely see Mark the next time by, at least, you know, once we get under 50 laps to go here, take that quick repair and fix up that car. I could 100% see that, actually. And that's just talking from past experiences. Like I said, Mark he'll run that car until he, like right now, I mean, he's obviously had damage to it. I know he's gotten a little bit of it fixed while he was on pit road, but he hasn't felt the need to take that quick repair. Now, if he kills his car to where the engine's a little bit low on power, of course he's going to take that quick repair. But like I said, I know from experience, he has used that quick repair before, and it's bit him in the butt every time. So definitely look to see the 12 take the fast repair with under 50 laps to go.
So I'm looking in all the TeamSpeak channels. I noticed Mark and Dalton and Jason Powell, Nick Kay, they're all in one channel together. So I wonder if Mark and Dalton's actually talking.
That's possible. I don't see why that wouldn't be.
Right.
Just to keep in mind, though, Mark Arthur and Dalton Kilroy are not teammates in Nascom, but sitting in the same TeamSpeak together.
Yes.
So that's interesting. Probably mostly because Dalton would be alone otherwise.
Dalton's on pit lane.
Dalton on pit. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Wow.
I see you, 41.
So we'll see what
We're
he
gonna have to
does
see
here.
what he does here. Yeah. Car goes up. Tires. Car goes up. Dalton Kilroy taking tires.
Hmm.
And
Well, he does have something up his sleeve, doesn't he?
well, that being said, Terry, that should pull the leader and Tim Bills down pit road. So we're going to have to keep an eye on the 12 and the 37 here.
And nobody has called out their pits for quite some time. We don't have to do that. Well, these guys don't have to do that, but it's kind of like a gentleman's agreement type kind of stuff. But if you do it, you do. If you don't, you don't. Tex Perry out of the race. He is disconnected.
That's unfortunate for Tex.
So
Well, Terry, that being said,
yeah.
we're going to go ahead and take another quick commercial break.
Okay.
Racing, you wanted the best, you got them for abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, as green flag pit stops have started to commence, as we saw the 41 of Dalton Kilroy on pit road. But now Mark Arthur on pit road looks like he's taking tires, Terry.
And he did not take that quick repair. That just amazes me. I just wonder if he's... I'm just wondering if he's thinking something's going to happen at the end here where he's going to need it, possibly. I would hope not.
Hey, Terry, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe that damage is helping that 12. I mean, maybe he knows something we don't know. However, that being said, number 41 of Dalton Kilroy to the lead.
So now we know Dalton Kilroy pitted 147, Mark 153. So that's not a big difference of 6 laps, but still a little bit of a difference in the tire wear. Now, is Dalton going to try to run that 41, balls to the wall, or try to protect that right front tire?
He said he was having issues of right front tire wear when he was running the top, and he's moved down to the bottom, so it's going to be interesting to see what he decides to do here in the closing laps, as we got a little under 50 laps to go.
So real quick, Sam, I know I said something a little bigger while we was in our break. The boss, William Tex Perry, sends a message out through chat. Tried, fellas, fighting a sinus cold, and the pressure just got to be too much for him. So, Tex, hope you get better, man. Feel a little better. And next week's dirt track, buddy, at Bristol, you might want to be ready for that one, but definitely get better, bud.
Yeah, you definitely got to be ready for, again, these asphalt guys not running a whole lot of dirt. So you got to prepare the best you can, putting a lot of practice laps in. I know last season when we did practices, me, Mark, and the whole team basically would be in a separate session, Terry. We'd be practicing for hours, just trying to work on the setup and get everything dialed in before the race. And honestly, sometimes Tim Bills or other guys, even Mark, they come out and kick our ass, but it is what it is. So
you brought up Tim's name. I'm sitting there looking at the times. He is slightly faster than Dalton Kilroy, so is Mark Arthur. So look for Tim Bills. Tim Bills ain't that far behind him. He's
Tim Bills also pitted 3 laps later than Dalton did.
Right.
So he's got 3 lap better tires.
Yes.
And Mark has 3 lap better tires than Tim. So Mark has the best tires right now out of everybody.
What was that in the back here? What's that? I think James Bunt's got just a little bit loose. Had to go down on the apron there on that back stretch coming off of 4. I'm sorry, coming off of 2.
Side by side for the race lead right now. Once again, Dalton Kilroy pinching the 37 down. We've seen this before, Terry. Big wiggle off 37 off turn 2.
Sorry, I'm trying to take a drink.
That's all right. But here's what blows my mind, Terry, as we look at the pit stop times from the last pit stop. Dalton Kilroy had a 44:03 total time on pit road, 44:43 for Tim Bills, and a 45:17 for Mark Arthur.
Wow.
Dalton Kilroy looks like he's wheeling that thing, trying to keep it in front of that 37. He wants this win bad. We still got 40 laps to go.
I was going to say, Dalton, you still got 40 laps to go, buddy. Now, Sam, you and I both have seen Dalton in other leagues. Knows he's in a good spot, but tries to get more out of it. I hope he doesn't do that tonight.
But as you say that, Tim Bill's looking back to the inside.
Whoa!
Oh my goodness. The 37 and the 41
Dude.
literally door to door in turns 1 and 2 for the race lead.
Oh my Lord, that could have been devastating for both of them. Because Mark's right back there. He's running them down. Matter of fact, Mark is a little faster than these guys right now too. Mark ran a 31.7. These guys ran a 32.3 and a 32.2. Excuse me.
That time by Dalton Kilrow. 32.2, like you said, 32.3 for Tim Bills. Mark Arthur, 31.8 that time by. But the gap closing for the 12.
Yes, it is.
So,
And you know, Mark wants those two side by side.
well, you know what Mark wants is a win. Because a win and you're in, right? So, and with
Yeah.
the luck Mark has had at the beginning of this season, to see him go to victory lane tonight would be not only awesome for us to see, but for him to see too. So,
We've already mentioned Tim Bills. He's won the last 2 races. Last week in Phoenix, week before that at Vegas.
trying to make it a three-peat, but Dalton and Tim are racing the heck out of each other. It's Mark Arthur. Here he comes.
Oh wow, this is gonna get excited now.
Throw a blanket over your top 3 as Tim Bills and Dalton Kilrow are still side by side. Mark Arthur
Big will
looking
fit.
like he's going to stick it down the middle. Oh, he backs out of it. Oh, gets into the back of Dalton.
I think he bumped the 41 on that.
What a move by the number 12.
And look
Wasting
who's coming around him.
no time.
Nothing's come over the radio whatsoever.
Oh, I'm sure with them being in TeamSpeak together, there's something being said. But that hands your race lead back over to Mark Arthur and Tim Bills in second, Dalton Kilrow back to third after that. But man, I wasn't expecting Mark to push the 3 wide there, but he proved me wrong once again and shoved it down the middle and didn't wreck nobody. But I guess classic bump and run here with 35 to go.
Right. There was no room for him.
There was definitely no room for that car, but I'll be damned if Mark said he was going to make room. So,
And I see Tim. Tim kind of backed off a little bit. Maybe he says, "I don't want no part of this crazy fool."
well, keep in mind though, Tim uses quick repair. Mark hasn't yet. I don't know about
yeah.
Dalton, but
And look, is that Rick Thompson behind Dalton?
no, that's actually James
No,
Bunce.
James
but
Bunce, yeah.
James Bunce is running in the 6th position right now, behind Jason Powell.
Yeah,
Not
2
sure how
laps
many.
down.
Yeah, 2 laps down. So it's as we say, all that action and it just dwindled down really fast there. But 33 laps to go here in the Hotlanta 200 here in Nascom.
And I'm just looking at Dalton's car on his passenger side, that front tire just above it. The hood's a little caved in and got some scrapes on that MF design, Daddy O's 41.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, Terry, it ain't the first time somebody's bump and run Dalton. I did it to him in New
Yeah.
Hampshire last season for a stage point, so it's Bunce in the wall.
Well, after this race, they're going to make somebody repaint these walls.
Well, Terry, unfortunately, I'm having iRacing issues once again.
Nice.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we will return shortly. Give me 1 second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, terribly sorry about the technical issues we are having tonight. Again, blame my internet provider, because that's what it would be. What I'm doing is, or what's happening is iRacing is freezing on me. And what would happen is I'm going to throughput, which is definitely an internet issue. So not exactly sure what's going on with my internet, but I'm going to get it figured out. I apologize. We're back again. 26 laps to go, Terry. And Mark Arthur still leading this thing.
And he just put Rick Thompson 1 lap down. So Rick Thompson now your first car. Rick Thompson got a little sideways there. Rick Thompson now going to be your first car 1 lap down. That's going to leave Mark Arthur, Tim Bills, Dalton Kilroy, your 1, 2, and 3 runners.
Hey, you know what really sucks, Terry, is that it seemed like Jason might have had the same issue I did. Maybe it froze on him because you said he throughputed before the beginning of the race. Yeah. It sucks for that 18 machine because, you know, anytime he's here, he is fast. You know, whether he has a decent setup under the car or not, he's definitely always up in the top 5. I mean, he's still in the top 5 right now, but my point is that it sucks for him because he can't contend to this win because I don't see a caution coming out anytime soon here with 25 laps to go.
Yeah, I really don't either. These guys are spaced out pretty good, and a single car wreck, if he goes down off below the line, I don't see iRacing throwing a caution for that.
No, but Terry, 24 laps to go here in the Hotlanta 200, and the 41 bringing it down pit side.
Wow. Let's see what he's going to do.
I imagine he's going to take four in tires. And
he fixed his car and tires. Yep.
Burn that quick repair and definitely getting tires and a full tank of fuel here for the 41. That being said, also, you got Mark Tim Bills hitting the commitment cone coming on pit road. That's going to be a penalty. That's going to be a penalty for the 37. We've seen this before. You hit that commitment cone, and that's gonna end pretty much the race for Tim Bills. And we'll take a look at Mark Arthur here. Mark Arthur tires, and Terry's still not burning that fast repair.
He is not.
So honestly, if he gets an interview tonight, which he more than likely will, we got to ask him. Maybe he scraped the wall a little bit and accidentally used it, and we didn't catch it. It's possible.
That's very possible.
But Tim Bills on pit road right now. Unfortunate for him. Yeah, he's at a 26-second stop. It looks like right now.
Man.
That's going to pretty much end the race for Tim Bills and his hopes for getting 3 in a row, getting a hat trick here tonight, if you will. So Mark Arthur, still your race leader. Dalton Kilroy now up to second. It's going to be basically a battle between these two. Can Dalton run him down with 23 laps to go?
Wow. That's a shame for Tim Bills.
I mean, we've seen it happen before, Terry. It happens to the best of us. You come on the pit road too hot and you either speed or you just barely nick that cone, and iRacing it'll get you every time.
He's still sitting on pit lane with over a minute sitting in there. But we know doesn't have any car damage. Man, that's what a sad night for Tim. But Mark Arthur back out there in the lead. Until he has to cross the line again so we get a good time on those.
21 laps to go.
There we go. Dalton Kilroy right now, just not a real ton of time on Mark Arthur, but just a slight bit faster.
It's about 0.3 faster, but unfortunately not closing that gap like you would imagine.
Whoa.
He's about 1.7, 1.8 off of Mark right now, but Mark is just pulling away. And as we said, Terry, you know, you can make those adjustments in pit road here, you know, in an open setup league. So maybe Mark got that car dialed into where it was on rails. But also, I noticed the sun's starting to go down.
Yeah, that's going to speed up his track, that's for sure. And oh, wait a minute here.
A little bit cooler temperatures and possibly helping the 12. I mean, ever since we saw the shades start to hit the track, that 12 car has come alive.
James Bunce caught speeding in the pits.
That's unfortunate for James, too, because if you look at his car, Terry, he used his quick repair.
I think he used his pretty early in the race.
And again, unfortunate night for Tim Bills hitting that commitment cone 1.5 minutes on pit road.
Man.
But you know what, Terry? Jason Powell in third spot right now.
But we know Jason hasn't pitted since, well,
we don't know.
Yeah, I'll say it shows 153, but
so Jason Powell running in third, but he's 16 seconds behind our leaders. Right now, it's Mark Arthur and Dalton Kilrow who are basically fighting for the win here. Unfortunately, Tim Bills went 2 laps down with that mess up coming onto pit road, locking up the tires, hitting the commitment cone, and getting a black flag.
Dalton Kilroy's still a little bit faster than Mark Arthur is at the moment.
He's knocked it down to about 1.5 seconds, Terry, but I don't know. I mean, Mark has those fresher tires right now, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Jason Powell on pit road as we say that.
I'll stay on Jason, see what he's going to do here.
Well, that's going to put him a lap down again.
Yeah.
And give third place back to Rick Thompson.
Feel lonely for the 18 Jason Powell.
Looks like he took his quick repair too, Terry, because when he came down pit road, he had a little bit of right front damage. And not only that, you can kind of tell he took his quick repair because all the rubber and stuff is cleaned off that car. But back up to the front, 15 laps to go here in the Hotlanta 200. What we're going to do here is we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back. Pay the bills one more time. Stay with us.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
Coming up to the line, being chased, and it was Braden Johnson. Unbelievable finish. It was 1/1000th of a second between them.
Green flag in the air. We are racing in the 2020 24 Hours of Daytona.
They go door to door for the feature race lead here on the last lap of the race. Side by side side for the race lead in the final corner at Homestead. Down the back straightaway, 3 wide again for the race lead. This is unbelievable stuff here tonight.
Loma is going to have to be very deep on the brakes, and he is very deep on the brakes. It's side by side through the corner. This is for the win.
It'll be side by side. Davies low, Ottinger high. To the very inside is Garrett low. 4 wide at the stripe.
For all his work here on this outside line, neck and neck. Who's going to back out? Does anyone back out? Verstappen starts to squeeze on the inside, and now he'll try and straight line it. Goes under the apron. Drag race to the line. It's so close to call.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back as Mark Arthur, your race leader, crosses the line with 5 laps remaining here in the Hotlanta 200. Dalton Kilrow was catching him there for a minute, Terry, but it seems like Mark Arthur turned on the nitrous button and he's starting to pull back away.
Yeah, he's definitely done that. He's got a very good 2-second lead over second place Dalton Kilrow at the moment. And as of right now, Mark Arthur running first, Dalton Kilrow running second. Those are the only 2 drivers on the lead lap. Rick Thompson running third. Jason Powell running fourth. He's the first car 2 laps down. And the 5th place Tim Bills, we see he had some problems getting into pit lane earlier. Hit the commitment cone, and I believe he also got a speeding penalty too, if I heard that right when he was talking to another driver.
Yeah, I mean, he spent about total time on pit road almost 2 minutes, a minute and a half in his pit box. So definitely had some penalties there for the 37. Again, not going to be able to complete the hat trick tonight and get 3 wins in a row. But right now it's looking like it's Mark Arthur's race as long as he can keep the nose clean. Well, as clean as it possibly can be right now since it's still a little damaged. But 3 laps to go here. Down the back straightaway, Mark Arthur just doing a great job. I mean, he started off, looked like he was struggling a little bit, and got that car dialed in and leading this race.
2, 3, 4, 5. So Mark will make the 1, 2, 3, 4. Mark will make the 6th winner for the season with 10 Bills only having the 2 wins. So out of 7 races, we had 6 separate winners as of right now if the race would end at this moment. Anything can still happen.
Well, I kind of figured this was going to happen, Terry. I'm frozen again.
Oh, no.
With 2 laps to go, so you're going to have to call it here while I try and get this fixed.
I can try to call it the best I can. Mark Arthur taking the white flag. We're on lap 200 right now.
White flag.
Dalton Kilrow still over 2.5 seconds behind Mark Arthur. Unless something happens to Mark Arthur right now, there's no way Dalton Kilrow is catching him.
I will try and load back in as quick as I can, Terry.
Okay.
So just keep telling everybody what's going on.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, Mark Arthur's turning left, going fast. He's going fast. He's going faster. He's going faster than 41 as he crossed the line for the win. Mark Arthur winner. Dalton Kilroy, your second place winner. Rick Thompson bringing up third place. Jason Powell bringing up home 4. Tim Bills in that 37 got a 5th place. James Bunce in the 22 brings it home in 6th. Doug Thompson in his 13 brings it home in 7th. Your 8th place finisher tonight was Boss Tex Perry in his 85. 9th place belongs to the driver of the number 9, Nick Akie. Aaron Johnson in the 72 gets 10th. Mike Tipton finishes in 11th.
Well, there's your rundown. And
watching Mark Arthur starting to try to burn it down here in that number 12 car.
Well, Mark, I'm sorry that my internet wanted to take a shit. And yeah, I am going to swear here because I am absolutely livid that this is almost the 4th time that iRacing wanted to freeze. And I can't even get back in because apparently iRacing wants to time out.
Well, the race is over. I believe that's why you can't get back in.
That's probably it, honestly, Terry. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to do our interviews. Yep, I can't get back in. So, we're going to have to do interviews basically radio style, unfortunately. So, again, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Blame my internet provider because there should be no reason why I'm freezing like that, but it's all good. We will do race interviews. Unfortunately, we're just not going to be able to see iRacing for it. So let me go ahead and do a butt kicker commercial one more time. We'll be right back with your second and first place finisher.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Unfortunately, again, we're going to have to do interviews radio style this evening, but it does look like Rick Thompson managed to find his way in TeamSpeak, so we're going to go ahead and pull him up. Rick Thompson, driver of the number 76, Sam and Terry in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, man, hey, it's good to see you out here in Nascom again. We know you ran last season a couple of races, so it's good to see you back. How was your race tonight? Walk me through it.
Honestly, I was the beneficiary of a lot of luck, to be honest with you. I got Mark had a couple of issues where he was getting on and off pit road. I think I benefited from those on both the stages, and then it looked like Tim had a problem getting on pit road and one of those pit stops under green. That's what got me the 3rd place finish. So I had a 4th place car, but I'll take 3rd.
Well, we noticed at the beginning of the race you had a little bit of right side damage, and not only that, we saw you burn your fast repair early. Do you regret burning that fast repair as quick as you did, or do you think it was maybe the right call to do?
Oh, definitely. I burned it too early. I honestly, I hadn't ran in this series so long, I forgot I had a fast repair, and that's why I burned it. If I had known that I had it, I probably would have saved it for later on and would have been able to use it when I needed it down the road.
Well, with all that being said, you still come home 3rd tonight. Next week, I know you said that, you came to race tonight. I don't know if you're going to be able to race next week or not, but we go to the Bristol dirt tracks. What are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I've never ran Bristol on the dirt. It'd be interesting. I'm excited to try it, and if I get a chance to make it, I'm definitely going to try to come out and do it.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, you got a 3rd place finish. Is there anybody you want to shout out on that 76 team tonight?
Just think my team, Sophia. Thank my wife for letting me race tonight, and thank Mark for helping me out with the setup. He helped me out with that. Told him I was going to run last minute, and he hooked me up. And all these Nascom boys, they're pretty fun to race with. So I'm glad they were able to let me come out and run around with them. Had fun. And thanks for you guys for broadcasting, obviously.
All right, man. Well, we'll go ahead and let you go celebrate that third place finish, and we'll see you next week, hopefully.
Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, that was third place finisher driver Rick Thompson at number 76. Terry, we're going to go ahead and get our second place finisher Dalton Kilrow, and he is in here, and he's all yours.
Dalton, you got a copy on us?
10-4.
Man, hell of a race out there, bud. You told us on your stage when you had a strategy. Did the strategy play out like you planned other than not winning?
I didn't gain quite as much time under that second run we did as I would have liked to. Maybe if I could have gone a little closer and been a little bit better on my tire wear, I might have been able to at least stay with Mark, or at least close in on him a little bit. But he was just... I didn't really have much for him on a long run. I mean, I knew my only chance was to be ahead of him going into that last run. He just still came out of the pits ahead of me. I was just trying all I could. I know you saw me hunting grooves. I went to the top, went to the middle, bottom, all over the damn place. But just didn't have enough for him.
So I can't remember when it was, but Sam and I both were kind of on the edge of our seat. You, Mark, and Bills, you guys are 3 wide. Mark comes down through the center. I didn't think there was room for his car. Did he actually touch you and bump you, or did you just wiggle, or what?
I wiggled a little bit. I knew I had to. I was overdriving the crap out of it because I knew I was trying to keep Tim behind me at least. And I saw him coming, and I was like, he's surely not going to try to shove this 3 wide. And I was like, oh my God, there's a tiny gap. He's going to shove it 3 wide. And before I knew it, we then started to step out. Mark lifted. He never got into me, so I wasn't. That's nothing he did. I'm certainly glad I didn't end up taking out Tim or Mark or any of them, and so I would at least keep it straight.
Yeah, you've done a hell of a job holding it, that's for sure. I mean, Sam and I both were. Well, I'm telling you right now, tomorrow we have a race tomorrow to do. And if I take that thing 3 wide like he just did, I'm getting my ass chewed out. I know I am. But hey, man,
yeah,
awesome run tonight. I mean, again, you said it yourself. I talked to you about running high line, low line, middle line. The 41 was good tonight, man. You was putting it anywhere you really needed to go. So, what do you got on the car there, bud, to thank?
Oh, I got to thank Daddy's Barbershop, Michael Fall Racing Designs, trjkarting.com. Got to thank both of you for doing the broadcasts every week. Y'all do a really good job. Got to thank Tex and the other admins in Nascom for putting this on. It's a fun little series. We need more people. We need more people.
There you go, man. Yeah, you guys.
We all can agree on that.
Get out there and start pulling people in. So, a big question, Dalton. Next week, you guys head to Bristol on that dirt. Any thoughts, man?
Good luck.
You're right. I'm hoping Tex gives you guys unlimited repairs.
Yeah, I think I think if there was ever going to be one broadcast that a certain someone might try to skip, it'd be this one.
You know what? I
try to go run it.
I told him, I was like, you want to race, you just set everything up and I'll broadcast it. But then I decided against it. So, no, he's going to be here.
Well, I know. We'll try to put on a good show for you, Sam, so that way you're not bored out of your mind looking at us suck on dirt. So,
well, congratulations, Dalton, on your second place, but we'll talk to you later.
10-4, man. Thank you.
Second place finisher driver, the number 41, Dalton Kilrow, and Terry, we got the winner saved for last. So let me pop him up in here. Driver of the number 12, Mark Arthur, your race winner. Walk me through tonight, man.
My car was crap. I mean, literally was crap in the first 15 laps. It was just junk. But I started looking down at the times, and right at 15, 20 laps, I was like, damn, I'm like 2/10 quicker than they are. And I kept looking, and I was like, hell, I was 4 or 5 tenths quicker that lap. Like when we had a double stint tires, I was 4 or 5 tenths quicker a lap. But I went back to my old messing up the pit stops thing, and hell, I almost missed the pits on one of them. Went back around, came back in. I'm sure you've seen it. And the second damn stage, I spun out coming out of the pits. I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, I can't believe what I'm doing. But it all paid off in the end. Dalton decided to not get tires starting that third stage, and I told him, I said, I don't know if that's a good idea, Dalton. You're going to lose a lot of time, and I don't know if you'll ever make it back up, because he's going to have to run those tires so hard to try to catch us. And I was right. I mean, he got back in front of me, but he short pitted there, and I had six lap better tires and just ran him and Tim down. And I thought I touched him there in that one, and I looked up, and it was zero incident. So there was no zero incident on there. So I was like, I didn't touch you there, Dale Dalton. He said I didn't. So I don't know if you guys went back and looked at it. It was close. I was going to take him 3 wide there. I was so fast, but.
Oh, we were watching it, and it looked like you might have bumped and run them on my end for the camera angle we had, but we weren't entirely sure. So it's actually interesting to hear that you guys didn't touch, because on our end, it looked like you pretty much moved them out of the way. We were talking about.
Hey, that's a better story. I moved his ass. He got in my way, and I was like, "Get out of the way, dog." That's a whole lot better story.
But hey, man, you had a rough start to the season. We all know that. You finally get a win here at Atlanta, locks you into the playoffs for the rest of the season. But is there anybody you want to thank on that number 12?
Well, of course, I need to thank Bud Kicker that came on board a couple weeks ago. Sorry about the coughing. You all know I've coughed for like 3 months with allergies. But thank Buck Kicker, thank MF Racing Designs. He always does amazing work on paints. And I don't know about everybody else, but he gets them out to us lightning fast. And, I see him putting in so many paints out. He has to get them out to everybody pretty daggone quick. Thank Tex and them. I wish Tex would stay in the daggone races. He must have got destroyed or something to leave. And I don't know if my mom and sister was watching, but thanks to them if they were in there again tonight. They probably missed tonight when I win. They probably missed that one.
I was going to say, we didn't see your mom or your sister comment in chat tonight. So,
but to tell them stay the hell away. I might win more.
It's not that big of a deal, honestly, because we didn't even catch you crossing the finish line because, I was having issues with my internet or something. iRacing froze on me about 4 times tonight. That's
oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So we're actually basically doing the interviews right now as a radio kind of deal with a Be Right back screen because I couldn't load back in because you finished the race. But, we're still getting it in. We're trying to finish it, the best we can. But last question I got for you, Mark, is, I'm going to ask this, but next week, Bristol Dirt, what do you think?
I think I'll be dirty. I don't know. Me and dirt. I mean, I don't like it, but I'm okay at it. I've kept up with you a few times, and you're pretty good at dirt. So I don't know. Tim might be good. I don't know. I don't know how many of these guys are going to be good at dirt. It might be god awful. I don't know, but it might be hella good. So I don't mind dirt. Just don't like it. Same as road. I don't mind it. I just don't like it. It's just not my. Give me Martinsville any day of the week and Loudon, something like that. I love those kind of tracks where you got to drive, but you got to drive dirt. But that ain't my kind of driving when I'm looking out the passenger door.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see a lot of the guys, in NASCAR try and take on dirt. Especially, we've seen them do it in the trucks in the past. But this is a completely different ballgame with the ARCA car, so building a setup for dirt in the ARCA car is going to be pretty interesting for all you guys, I imagine.
That's going to be interesting for me because I don't know crap about it. Can we put those studded tires on these things? And
well, they got dirt tires on them.
Give me some studded tires. Give me some traction.
Yeah, I'll give you a hint. Your left rear is going to be your best friend.
Yeah.
But all right.
Hold my roof.
All right, man, we're going to go ahead and let you get back with your teammates and celebrate this win tonight. You go enjoy it, and we'll see you again next week.
All right, Sam, I appreciate it, man.
All right, that's your winner, Mark Arthur, and then number 12. And Terry, that's going to do it here for us.
I think you might want to make some phone calls this week, bud.
Yeah, I do have some phone calls to make this week. You're absolutely right. Again, apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for the technical issues. But, you know, we've still finished it out strong. It's Terry and me up in the booth once again. Nascom Saturday night. Hotlanta's done and over with. Bristol Dirt next week. And without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and kill it here because it's been one of them nights. And me and Terry need to go have a beer and enjoy the rest of the evening. So you guys have a great evening, and we'll see you again next week. You're clear.